Dawn, thank you for giving me this interview today from Bradford. Welcome to Give Me Five. Here we are. So I wasn't expecting that. That's good. That's good. Dawn, you are here for a reason doing this Give Me Five. God's hand has been on your life. Let's go back to when you were 20 years of age. Did you think that you would give your life to the Lord?
No, never intended to even think that I'd be a Christian.
Right.
From when I was sort of like 20-year-old down, I was right dragged up sort of thing. rough and proper estate person. So yeah, and we didn't have no church background, so no, I wouldn't have thought it.
No. And you gave your life to the Lord at what age?
I was about 21 to 22, around about that age.
Brilliant. So you become a Christian. Life hasn't always been a bed of roses for you. Your husband walked away from you, and during that tough time, you experienced various ways that God provided for you. In what practical way did God actually provide for you, Dawn?
He provided my rent when I was when we had to claim separately. He provided job for me when I needed a job. I got a job. He provided finance, everything that I needed. He was my provider as far as I'm concerned. It was really weird because when he was with me, there was like an heaviness.
Yes.
But when he went and that was just me and God, it was like, wow, we were just working together.
Yeah, I see. So I'm sure that many people, Dawn, can identify with you because to a measure, we're all broken people. But now you have children in your life. What's that actually like?
Well, it's a blessing. It's a blessing they've got children. It's a blessing that they're there, having to hope that they do well and, try to encourage them to do something different how you were brought up. You try to, in your brokenness, you try to sort of put that aside and try and do the best for them, focus on them. And then in the times that you have for yourself, try and get yourself back on par, with ministry or whatever. But yeah, you just try to do the best. That I look at what I was brought up and I try to bring them different to what I never had, because I never had love from my mom. Right. I never had, so I try to do that same for my kids. I give them more.
Yeah, that's lovely.
So they're getting my,
Yeah, that's really a lovely thing actually, Dawn, to do, and what a lovely attitude that you have. So Dawn, though you have had trauma in your life, you've had ups and downs, God brought you through these tough times. How would you say he has? In what way?
Well, the way he got me through the tough times is through the life group. If you need to have a life group to support you through the life group, to pray with you, to encourage you and build you up, really, and it was strengthening me. It was encouraging to have sisters around,
yes,
or ladies groups or home groups, just to pray for you and support you, to help you grow and help you read the word and study the word. So yeah, and just keep focusing on God. You've always got to keep your eye on God. God's always there for you. Sometimes you think he's not, but he is. He's always doing what he needs to do for you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You describe your life as a messy garden. I like that actually. But could you explain to me a bit more?
Yeah, a messy garden. From when I was 20-year-old down, it was just a complete mess of rubble and rubbish. And, my identity got stole because I got abused. I got, we had abuse and all different finances and everything. It was all, we never had them. Being sexually abused as well is not really good. So that's like all messed up. Took my innocence away. Yes. Felt like they took my innocence away from me. So to me, that was a messy garden full of weeds and rot and anger and hate and everything else that were in my life at the time. And then I met this lady that brought me to Jesus. And then he started tidying up my garden.
Yeah, wow.
Brought Jesus into my heart, opened my heart up to him, opened my eyes and my heart to Jesus, and invited him into my life. And then he started moving and transforming and growing in me. And that's how my roots got deeper in Jesus.
That's a wonderful thing, Dawn, to say, because I can see your trust in the Lord, actually, and that these experiences, although they're not been nice, you have grown through them, and you got your deeper in the Lord. Now, you've done some Bible journaling, which is like a Bible verse with a picture. Explain a bit to me about that.
Well, the picture, I did a picture of a tree, which is a bit of it's in the ground and a bit of it's up the top, but the roots are going down into the ground, and that's like my journey of my walk with God. I mean, in the beginning they were all little roots, but you know that now they're actually fully going down into the foundations of, you know, in Christ. And as I've gone down into Christ, I've grown taller in Christ. So, you know, just keep trusting God and keep focusing on God. So it's good. So,
well, how would you encourage somebody to get closer to God, to have that deeper walk with Him?
Just to keep their eyes focused on God, trusting in God, you know. And I just keep focusing on the wings of eagles, you know, rising up, and then to play your burdens onto God, because when we're weak, we're strong in God. So you just keep rising up with Him, just keep lifting your ups into Him. And I keep reading that Matthew 5, you know, the peacemaker one, and about the poor in spirit and all that. If you just focus on that, you know, when we're poor in spirit, we're strong in God, you know.
Brilliant.
So yeah.
That's great, Dawn. And what's that picture behind you with those lovely, is it a painting? Explain more about this to us.
It's a drawing of a tree. I've got a fair few. I've got another one over there.
Yeah.
But I just like to have the fact that it's because you get the small branches, which is when you first, and you get the small, really small branches when you first starting to develop, and then you get thicker branch, and it goes down into Christ. So it's just growing and bigger in God, really. To me, I just like plants. I like growing vegetables. I like to just have pictures on the wall of trees. I like plants around. It's about nature. It's about growing.
So the Bible is important to you then?
Yeah. It's just my life. I just read all the New Testament. I've learned so much about what God's in there. That everything in that book, I will say, everything in that book is a promise. Every word in that word is a promise to you. Every blessings, every riches is a blessing from God. And if you can get the opportunity to pick that Bible and read it, please read it, because it is a word, it is a promise, and we are blessed and richly in God's blessing with the Bible.
Dawn, that's a lovely end to this interview. Thank you, Dawn. It's been absorbing, and you've been open and honest, and I think that will really encourage other people as they listen to this, because we all go through struggles and difficulties in some way or another, and I'm sure it'll be helpful to many. Dawn, thank you. Give me 5, Dawn. That's all that's left to say. The hand. Thank you, Dawn, and may the Lord bless you as you continue your walk with Him. And
I will.
Be blessed. God bless you, Dawn.
God
Bye
bless
for now.
you.